Hey guys, welcome back to the Montreal Expos franchise. Start of Season 2, 2021 season opening day and more in this episode. Hope you guys are enjoying this series still. I'm loving the support. Appreciate every one of you guys who watches, comments, subscribes, all that jazz. I really appreciate it. In this episode we're going over, this is the opening day lineup, at least the lineup for right-handers for the start of the season. Meadows, our main guy, Meadows, is going to lead things off. Brandon Lowe at second, playing second. Willie Adames moves up to the third spot to start the year. Schwarber behind him in batting cleanup at DH. Renfroe is going to play left again. He's going to bat fifth. A lot of home runs, low average. Yandy Diaz led the team in average last year. He's going to bat sixth, though. His stats, aren't good. That might have been a fluke season. Ian Happ, the guy we got in the offseason, he's going to play center and bat seventh. Switch hitting. A lot of power from the left side. And then Nate Lowe is going to play first full-time against righties. Bat eighth. And James McCann, our new son, he's going to start off batting ninth. Here's who made the team. Kevin Smith, the backup catcher. Jose Martinez still around. He's backup. He'll play against lefties. Joey Wendell. We don't know what to do with Joey Wendell. He's 80 overall, but he's not going to see a lot of playing time. Maybe we have to move on from him in this season. Manuel Margot and Michael Brasio, who could just play anywhere in the infield. The rotation, we lose Charlie Morton, but Blake Snell's just as good as an ace. 91 overall up to right now. Chirinos had a great year last year as an all-star. He's going to pitch second. Glass now, he's got a lot to prove this year. Still only 79, still got that 8 potential though. Hoping he has a good year in the third spot. Brandon McKay in the starting rotation. And Yarbrough, even though he played most of the year last year in the bullpen, he's going to start the year in the rotation. We do have some rookies that Balazovic guy to call up at some point. Jalen Beeks is going to be long relief for now. Colin Poche had a good year. So did pretty much everyone. Poche Alvarado, Nick Jones, a new signing. Oliver Drake, he's getting a little old, but he still had a good year last year. He's sticking around. Diego Castillo had a below 2 ERA, and Nick Anderson, he had a really good year as well. Top 3 in saves, if I remember correctly. Opening day, though, against the O's. The O's still rebuilding, still have no pitching, still have not much of anything. The hitting is not too bad. It's like the only thing they sort of have, but the pitching is just horrible. Should be an easy win on opening day. First batter, though, of the season is going to rip one just inside the line. Jose Martinez can't get to it. It's going to be a leadoff double for Baltimore. But Blake Snell, he is going to work his way into and out of trouble. Nice play here by Willie Adames. Look at that. From way in the outfield, almost in center field, off his back foot. Nice play. And then we're going ahead in the first different lineup because it's a lefty, but Meadows rips one into dead center. They had him shifted, and that bounces over the wall for a ground rule double. Meadows continuing where he left off last year, just staying red hot. Hunter Renfroe, great stats against lefties, and he shows it here. That's a base hit up the middle, and we score first run of the season. It's a base hit for Hunter Renfroe, RBI base hit. We're up 1-0 early on. Willie Adames up next, 3-1 count. He gets a fastball right down the middle that he grooves into the right field wall, that right field monster. Hunter Renfroe's going to round third. He's going to try to score, and he'll score easily. Willie Adames into third with an RBI triple. We're getting on the board early. That first inning team is back. The Expos are that first inning team. They've been it last year. It looks like it's gonna stay that way this year. Nate Lowe in the first inning is not or Brandon Lowe in the first inning. It's not a home run, but sac fly and an RBI. It's always something good with him if it's a first inning highlight that I show. You guys already know that. Here we go. We're jumping forward into the fourth. Blake Snell just cruising along, strikes out him to end out the fourth. Into the fifth. It's Blake Snell. He's still on cruise control right now. Nice changeup, freezes him. Right there to start the fifth. But going into the bottom of the fifth, runner on second, 2 out. It's Hunter Renfroe again. Gets one he can handle low and outside and pulls it in the left center field. That one is gone. Makes it over the wall. And it's our first home run of the season. And it's by Hunter Renfroe. And what do you guys think about those new jerseys, by the way? I think they look good. I think they look really good. I think they play well. I like the color blue, like the helmet that looks good with it. I don't know. I like everything about it. I think it plays well with this stadium as well. But let me know in the comments below if you like it, or did you like the powder blue better? I like these ones. It looks like a little more modern. And then here we go. Renfroe again up next at bat in the seventh. rips another one, almost the same exact spot. That one's gone. His second home run of the game and his second home run of the season. A 2-run shot, 7-0. Oliver Drake's up here in the 8th. First and third, nobody out, but he's going to get a double play to get out of the inning. That's Oliver Drake's specialty, that splitter. Nick Jones, a new signing, comes in to close the game, and he gets a comebacker right to him to end that one. We win on opening day, 7-1 the final score. Blake Snell cruised along, got himself off to a great start of the season. Hunter Renfroe with 2 home runs. That was a good game. Next series we played, we jump ahead here, we're 3-1. The next series was against the Cubs, and Oliver Drake starting on the mound. We just went with the starter today. It was Yarbrough's turn to start, but we just went ahead and started we went ahead with an opener instead of just starting Yarbrough. Look at this play from Brandon Lowe. Almost made a fantastic play to get out of the first, but not to be. And the next batter is Wilson Contreras, and he rips one up the middle for a base hit. And that's Ian Happ somehow falling down on that play. I don't know how he didn't keep it in front, but it's first and third, 2 outs. For G-Man Choi, a former Expo, I should say. Former Expo. We're going to see a lot of former players versus their former teams. We have a lot of Cubs players. Speaking of that, it's Ian Happ. Against his former team, he's going to rip one in the left field. This one's high, it's far, and it is caught an inch away from being over the fence, but he sticks his big glove out there and left and makes a play. Schwarber, another former Cub, he's going to fly out there. But we have Ian Happ and Kyle Schwarber from the Cubs, and they have a couple guys. Vidal Brujan, they actually started him this game. He didn't do much. That's Chris Bryant, though. He's doing much. He rips one into dead center. That one's gone. Solo shot. And the Cubs get on the board first, 434 into dead center for Chris Bryant off Ryan Yarbrough. A couple batters later, it's Wilson Contreras in the third, 1-2 count. Try to sneak a high cutter by him. This one's high. It's far. Renfroe's going back. He's going to try and rob that. Not even close. That one's gone. Home run for Wilson Contreras. Cubs strike for 2 in the third. It's 2-0. Then it's Kevin Kiermaier. Look at Kevin Kiermaier roping one in the right center field. I thought that ball was going to go, but it just stayed there. Meadows somehow made a nice catch. It's a sac fly, though, for Kevin Kiermaier. The Cubs also have Brent Honeywell, who they started in not this game, but one of the games this series. But that's Kyle Schwarber against his old team. He goes deep, way out against Jose Quintana. Lefty crime. That shit is gone. Kyle Schwarber, head down, bam, right off the barrel of the bat. That's gone. Meadows in the 6th. He's going to rip one. Is that going to be high enough to get over that big wall and right? It is. That's a home run. It's 4-2. We're clawing our way back into this one against the Cubs. We're getting to Quintana now. They have Kyle Ryan on the mound. It's first and third, 2 out. And that's a base hit. Yandy Diaz comes up with a clutch hit to make it 4-3 in the 7th. Still 2 outs. Next up is going to be, who's next up? Ian Happ is going to be next up. And Ian Happ rips one down the left field line. That ball is gone. Ian Happ gives us the lead with 2 outs in the 7th against his old team. Schwarber and Ian Happ both homer against the Cubs, and they pretty much guide us to a win. A nice comeback win from 4-0 down. We score 7 unanswered to win this one against the Cubs. Kevin Cash is happy about that. A nice win, a nice save from Nick Anderson, picking up where he left off. Jumping ahead, a couple series later, we got the New York Mets in New York. We see our record there's 5-6, so after we won that one to go 4-1, we started struggling a little bit. Yanni Chirinos on the mound, and it's Pete Alonso is going to rip one down the third base line for an RBI base hit. We're down 1-0 early. Look who it is, Brandon Lowe. Look what inning. First inning, hanging slider to dead center. This one was gone the minute it hit the barrel. The minute you saw Brandon Lowe in the box in the first inning, you knew it was going to fly over the fence. Second of the season, 422 into dead center. James McCann, his first highlight of this franchise this season, he rips one in the gap. 1 run's going to score. A second run is coming around to score, and he is going to score without a throw. 2 RBI double for James McCann. He's been pretty impressive early on. Pete Alonso again. He's going to fly out. That's going to end Chirinos' day. 6 strong innings, only 2 runs. It's 4-2 by the time Chirinos left the game. We're jumping ahead in the ninth. We're up by 2, still 4-2. That's a base hit from Brian Reynolds to start off the ninth. Already a mess from Nick Anderson. Next up, Jeff McNeil, 1-2 count. This should be a tailor-made double play. Brandon Lowe for 1. Willie Adames on to first to Kyle Schwarber playing first, a double play. Pete Alonso up next, 3-1 count. Gets one he ropes in the right field. Looks like that one was going to fly over the wall. I honestly thought the ball would move to over the wall. Meadows tried to leap, not even close. It's a triple for Pete Alonso. It's 2 outs, though. Tying run coming to the plate. For the Mets, it's Michael Conforto, a lot of pop, and he's going to rip one in right on the ground right past Brandon Lowe. Thought he was going to make that play, but it goes right past his diving glove. It's 4-3 now. Next up, Wilson Ramos. He rips one right inside the line over the first base bag. Meadows is going to have to get this one in quick. Conforto is rounding third and trying to tie this game up, but Brandon Lowe just throws him out. What a play to end that game. What a crazy way to end that game. I get why they sent him. It was 2 outs, but I don't know. I didn't think Conforto had a chance. But the Mets, nonetheless, they sent him, and we went ahead and barely survived that one. Glasnow, next up, Battle of Canada again. Glasnow on the mound. Look at that ERA. It was in the 8s to start the season. 5 starts, and he's 1-4 with an 8 ERA. But that's James McCann there showing off his arm, showing off that he's worth every penny of that 2-year, $10 million contract we gave him. Believe it or not, he's like the second highest paid guy annually this season. $5 million. I think there's Snell is making like 9 point something or 10 something, and then there's James McCann at $5 million. Everyone else is below that. So we got a really good team for a really, really cheap budget. I think the overall budget is like less than $70 million this season. It's absolutely crazy. We have this window to win within these next couple of years here. We got to get it done. Glasnow is getting into some trouble, but a strike out there. Then the next batter strikes out. Glasnow working his strikeout stuff. The thing with Glasnow is when he's on, I mean, he's really on. He's got really good strikeout stuff. But when he's off, I mean, he's hanging everything. His fastball is just sitting right there. He's tipping his pitches like he did against the Astros. And all that kind of stuff. Nice strikeout there. But the Blue Jays do tie it in the third. It's tied at 1. Jumping ahead, it's already 2-1 Blue Jays. It's Vlad Guerrero Jr. ropes one into the gap. And that's going to score another run. 90 speed is not going to be enough to gun him down. That's Teoscar Hernandez, I believe. No, that's not Teoscar Hernandez. I forgot who that was with 90 speed. This is Teoscar Hernandez, who rips one way out into left field. That's going to make it 6-1, a 3-run shot. And the Blue Jays are on the board. 6-1, we're down by 5. Glasnow, another rough outing from him. It's been a struggle early on. We're jumping ahead 6-2 now. First and third, 1 out. James McCann, he rolls over on it to second, but they can't turn 2. They only get 1 out. It's an RBI. Down by 3. Jose Martinez, he's going to float one in the right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And we're going to come around to score. It's an RBI base hit. Brandon Lowe's going to come around and score. It's an RBI base hit. 6-4. Willie Adames up, still in the 7th. Takes strike 3 on the outside corner. That was a BS call, if you ask me. Slider outside. Caught way too much of the outside corner, I thought. Brandon Lowe, 2 outs, though. Absolutely smokes one. It was just a question if it was fair or foul, and it barely curved at all. Stayed right inside the foul pole. 3-run shot for Brandon Lowe. 6th of the season, and gives us the lead with 2 outs in the 7th. What's up with these big 2-out home runs in the 7th inning? That's the theme of this episode. Oliver Drake gets Teoscar Hernandez to strike out. It's Oliver Drake still on the mound in the 8th. That one's ripped into center field. I think that's Reese McGuire, I believe that was. I don't know. I honestly forgot who that was. But it's ripped into center field. One hops off the wall. Oliver Drake, we still left him in. I just felt like, he was pitching good. A lot of my relievers were tired. And he gets out of the jam going into the 8th inning. Going ahead in the 9th. 2 outs. Vlad Guerrero Jr. up. Nick Anderson. Ian Happ almost made that diving catch. It looked like he had made it, but they called it a trap. Anyway, Luis Gurriel, next batter. That's a base hit in the right field. Blue Jays threatening down 1, tying run at second, winning run at first for Teoscar Hernandez, who already homered in this game, and Nick Anderson gets him to fly out into left. He hung that curveball too. Teoscar just missed that. hitting a walk-off home run. We get the win against the Blue Jays, and we get the win in all 4 games of the episode, just barely. I mean, Nick Anderson almost blew all of them, except for the Orioles game. So it was scary. It's definitely scary. We're 17-14 to end the month of April. Only a half game out of the wild card. Look how everyone's doing to end the month. Meadows 317. He's got 10 home runs already. Brandon Lowe's got 7, 284. Everyone, look at all those hot guys on the lineup. Willie Adames 303 already. Schwarber has 8 home runs, 277, 21 RBIs. Hunter Renfroe's got 8 home runs as well. We're hitting bombs all over the place. Yandy Diaz, okay, 258, 3 home runs. Ian Haupt's off to a slow start. Got 6 home runs though, 15 RBIs. Nate Lowe's not doing much. 261 is not bad though. And James McCann, 267. I mean, not bad for a catcher. There's not a lot of good hitting catchers. Snell, Torino's off to a hot start. Glasnow in the 8s. Not good. Brandon McKay, 545, but it's early. And then Yarbrough's actually balling. Look at that, 4-0, 1.79 ERA. So we might have to keep him in the rotation, Ryan Yarbrough, if he keeps that up. Look at the bullpen. It's rough a little early on, but no one's got that many high innings pitched. Nate Jones is actually killing it right now. Oliver Drake, Diego Castillo. Look, there's not a lot of innings there to show for the ERA yet, but Nick Anderson's off to a little shaky start here. We saw that in this episode. It's kind of shaky. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Comment below what you think the jerseys again and what you think the expectations are for this season. I think we're going to go pretty far, honestly. I think we're going to compete for the division till the end. And this is our window to win somewhere between these next, this year or the next 2 years maybe. We're on such cheap contracts and we need to get this win. So I hope you guys are looking forward to the rest of this 2021 season. I'll see you in the next episode very soon.